Look. Oh man, Wendy Day. Shoot. Yeah, let's bring back some memories. We going back into the archives. The Wendy Day Birdman beef. Okay, let's do that then. How many of y'all know Birdman's situation? They were going through a independent grind, ready to go to the majors for distribution. So when Cash Money Records was getting off the ground, Wendy Day was going to facilitate it as far as getting everything done that they needed to get done. Wendy Day is loved by every hood rapper in the game back in those days because she was the one doing all this work pro bono. You know, Wendy was a kind, sweet woman who loved the rappers and loved to be around the rappers. And mostly people would take care of them or take care of her, if they got something out the deal. That's just how it was. But such is life. Everything moves on. And it don't normally go the way everyone believes it's going to go. Now, I remember, I think it was, man, this is like 90s, about to be 2000. And Wendy had did the No Limit deal. She was famous for getting No Limit over to Priority Records and helping them facilitate that distribution deal that they wanted to get done. She played an intricate part in that. Then she got Eminem over to Dre and got him signed with Aftermath, and basically got no money from that either. But with this situation, she has signed it up where she's supposed to get her 5%, uh, that she's supposed to get off the deal. And this kind of didn't go over well. Now, Birdman and Slim work with UMG. But Birdman is the one that normally travels, it's the artist. And at that time, him and Manny was still rolling fresh at that time. Like they were still rolling tight. Now, it was a lot of practices that happened where a lot of people were complaining about how they weren't paid for their activities, which was unlike No Limit. No Limit, you got paid. Whereas, you're dealing with Baby now, it was some shady dealings going on over there. And the thing is that Wendy, she was very instrumental in being paid, and the fact that she changed the balance of power in the music industry with the artists and the record companies, she basically helped facilitate that when Master P got his deal. So when Cash Money Records and all that stuff start getting a deal with Universal, Wendy, beforehand had never asked for any money, like I said, until she got this finder's fee thing, which was a certain 5% for whatever X amount, whatever the rest of the verbiage is in the contract. But she's got a finder's fee that she was supposed to get paid out of the deal. They blew it off. They got their money. They didn't pay for years. And then there was conversations that was going on. So then it came to a lawyer type situation where she was going to have a lawyer get involved. But Wendy had done so much for so many rappers to the point where she was like royalty in New York with like all these hip hop artists. So for Wendy, it's nothing to make a call. Now, only because it was spoken on already, we could divulge names. Like before, I would never say a name in a situation like this. But Birdman was at Hot 97 doing a radio interview or some promo, right? When he's leaving Hot 97, two dudes basically ran up on him. Some Long Island cats. Took Birdman, put a pistol on him, the blinker, took him to the back, told him to make a call and that he should call Wendy right now. She expecting his call. Wendy Day, can you believe that? That little sweet innocent woman. Now, nobody really knew who that man was for a long period of time, till that man said and admitted himself it was him. And that was Freddie Fox. And if anybody in New York knows, anybody from Long Island, everybody in New York, in the hip-hop world know, there's about 3 to 4 guys that was in the hip-hop era that you just didn't deal with. On nothing crazy. I don't care how crazy your situation is. You don't deal with Fox. You don't mess with Freddie Fox. That's just one thing you don't do. That's one of the 4 people in there you don't mess with. Don't mess with Fox. So, Freddie Fox, allegedly, from his word of mouth, put the pistol on him and said, I think you better talk and hear what she got to say. So he called her and she was like, I want to know why, he basically ghosted her and they wouldn't answer the call. She was just like, I did right by you. I did all this and this and why did you do this? Like, why didn't you not pay me? And he said, I owe you money. And shoot, if I owe you money, then do what you're supposed to do to get your money. Sue us. Yeah, I'm telling you, I want to see you get paid. So just sue us so you will get your money. Because that way they make sure you get your money. So just sue the company and then you'll get the money. So that's how that was going. He wanted to get sued. Like, just sue us. And then you'll get the money. So that's all you got to worry about. Go on and sue the company. She thought that was a bit bizarre. A lot of people thought, like, that's kind of weird. Why do he want you to sue? Well, that's what she said. And was like, all right, he good. You can let him go. And that was that. Birdman never really spoke on it ever. And the situation was considered resolved. She sued and let the lawyers do what they had to do. But they knew she was somebody that they had to respect and had to run that money to. So that was real. That really went down. Now, a lot of people down the line after that ended up having problems, like Manny Fresh. Manny Fresh man, my God, his situation was beyond something that anybody could ever believe. But you had other people. They had Bangladesh, Jim Johnson. It just it's a few of them. That felt like, man, I ain't get my money. That's why he was mad at Lil Wayne for the Carter Three and all the work he is doing there. So Bangladesh is like, man, I don't even deal with no Lil Wayne. Now he was like, man, I did a milli. I don't mess with Wayne because Wayne and Cash Money didn't pay me my royalties. You know, Carter Three is his biggest album, probably because of a milli. And you gotta sue these guys and for they can pay up. And now he's suing for the 500,000 they owe him in royalty checks for the Grammy Award. And he's like, it's Wayne and Baby's responsibility to pay me because all the money from the album sales go to Cash Money. I get checks from Sony for Beyonce, checks from different labels for my different artists. It just comes to you. You don't have to call them, sue them and all that junk. This is where what you've owed. I don't really care about Wayne no more. He said, I can give a F about somebody that don't give me my money or don't give a F about my situation. I got kids. You know what I'm saying? In the hood, people get killed for $10. I couldn't imagine owing somebody hundreds of thousands of dollars and just walking around in front of them. Like I'm so confident in myself that I don't need like all these other people blocking me and all that stuff. There's gonna be so many more opportunities that I can create outside of Little Wayne. He's like, this is why Manny Fresh don't F with them because he never got any of his royalty money. And he's like, you got Baby walking around here flaunting cash because that's everyone else's money. That's not even Wayne's fault. Wayne is not getting his money either. And he's like, Wayne is giving money, but he's not getting his money. He's like, man, if Baby get $1 million, he'll buy Wayne a Rolls Royce Phantom. But that's in Cash Money's name. He's like, that 14-bedroom mansion is in Wayne's house. And sure enough, down the road, what happened? Wayne had to sue Baby. So there you have it. Oh, well, the situation is, man, somebody just sent me a message I was looking at. Sorry about that. But y'all will probably be seeing that too. That's about Idi Amin and from the Outlaws. We're going to get to that. But, yeah. No, I mean, if you look at it, it's a lot of people ask me questions every day about hip hop, like every minute of the day. Swear to God, every day I get responses and DMs and emails and everything. It's always about hip hop. Patreon, the whole nine, 24/7 is about hip hop or something around it. Or they want to know what happened here. There's plenty of stories I gotta take to the grave. I gotta take those to the grave. That would break the internet easily. Break the internet. But I don't have the proof. But I can send you in the direction of the people with the proof. And it's up to them to open their mouth and say yeah or no. But it's so factual because a lot of it ended up coming around now. But it would break the internet easy. Then I'll probably be in jail, sued, all kinds of craziness. But it would literally break the internet. So it's stories that we can't tell. You got to just take those basically to the grave because that's too many people involved. So that's the life you live with all this stuff. So anyway, I was sent something about Edie Amin from the Outlaws. Somebody want me to check something out. I guess they want to see like is Edie telling the truth. And I'm like, well, let's see. A lot of people don't understand another thing. It's just because somebody is around somebody, that don't mean they always telling the truth. They could be milking something for their own benefit. I've heard that from people who was around a situation and their situation was really small, and now that their situation is kind of over, they just riding the wave of the one situation over and over and over. They go from this channel to this person's channel. They bounce around the entire internet, and they still start swinging to the same one story. And it's just like, gosh, I didn't even know you could do that. For somebody to be like, dog, how many times you gonna tell this in this many ways? It's like nothing new is coming. Then people start creating at this point. And they start creating when they did something for this person or that person or when they bumped into this guy. And that's how people get lost in the sauce, in other words. I never in a million years thought that I never in a million years thought that hip hop would be in the state it is right now. I always thought that it would be in a good place of having its own thing, like nobody wanted to touch it. Bet they didn't need your money. They were good. Then you realize, damn, this is affecting my household. Like there's a suburbanized kid who plays hockey. His favorite rapper is Little Uzi Vert. A little suburbanized white kid plays hockey. 12-year-old hockey player. And his favorite rap artist or favorite music artist is Little Uzi Vert. And their parents let them listen to it. Like before, the parents had shut all that down. But out here, it's crazy the way it goes down. They'll let them listen to it. We had to fight, claw, and scratch and hide our music. We had to get, headsets, all that. The game has changed. Uh-oh, something happened. Hold on. You. Well, let's stay pretty consistent. The person that asked me earlier, Freddie Fox. I don't know too much about Freddie Fox. Freddie Fox is a rapper from Long Island. You know, cool with mostly everybody, Eric B, Rakim, all those dudes. Real street dude. Uh, I knew him from hanging around people like, uh, it was, I think it was KRS-One, BDP Posse, and some other cats he was hanging with. You know, I don't know if he was King's son, but I know Just Ice is another one that he was hanging with. That is one. That's number 2 out of the list of the people you don't play with. On that no playing with list, he number 2. That's another one out of the big folk you don't mess with out there. Just Ice is another one. I've seen Just Ice grab a rapper by his shoulder blade, lift him off his feet like he was the damn Predator. You know how the Predator had Arnold Schwarzenegger up against that tree? Just Ice had a rapper. Boom, his MGM jacket hanging up on the wall, and he started hitting him with knowledge of self while he's holding him up by one arm, pent up against the wall. That dude's feet was off the ground, and he basically telling him about knowledge of self up against the wall. That was Just Ice. And he was for real. But these people weren't threats to you unless you disrespected. So if everybody was in line, no one would have to worry about people like this. If you was a righteous person, you ain't have to worry about nobody like that. Because they ain't there to harm you. They there to keep people in line when they get out of line. That was it. So and I don't know about what all these other people talking about, but there's a lot of cats that was for real in the game. That they was just only for real on some just taking lives, you know, like, well, we ain't talking about them. You know what I'm saying? They was just some life takers. They just lifelong criminals. You know, and they came up with an idea like, we're gonna extort these rappers. They rapping about what we really putting down. So the rap game had to change. So the rappers start hiring these dudes as security or they backup or they crew, signing them to record deals and never really putting out a record. But they were protection, you know, so that's basically what it was. It was like, I'm buying protection. henceforth Jay-Z signing True Life and all those guys. When he signed True Life and all those guys to the record label, he was only doing that because they had beef with Dipset and Jimmy. He was like, bet, I'm going to sign it. Basically, the money I'm giving you is for you to show up and I have protection. If I come over there to do this, 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 and this guarantees my protection without really buying protection. Okay? He signs you as an artist. So it's written off on the books legit. You know what I mean? Got Uncle Murder. Took the Uncle Murder, the Brooklyn deal. When he had problems with Fat Joe and all those guys. He had problems with the Bronx and Harlem. It was like, let me get Uncle Murder from Brooklyn, sign him, get him a deal. You know? So you just got to start putting this thing together and you'll start to see how big the puzzle really is. It's huge. Mm-hmm. Well, life is tricky like that. One day you're up, you're living really good and fly. The next you're trying to figure out what the hell went wrong. That's all what you're trying to do. Trying to keep it on even keel. That's all. Now you might have 5, 6 different people with different narratives coming around, making their own little claims. But that's the problem you have nowadays. All these guys believe that they're experts. They believe it don't stink. So if you believe that and you think you the end all be all of everything and everything should revolve around you, then you always gonna have that narrative of you don't really care what the next person is saying. You just waiting for your chance to talk. Now, people don't understand wisdom from just knowledge. You can know a lot of things and not be wise. You can have knowledge of something, but not be wise. Wisdom, okay? Wisdom is the ultimate level of not just knowing, but being wise or intelligent enough to steer somewhere. It's like wisdom is like the old grandmaster. See, a wise person would know that you will never know enough. There is no such thing as I know it all, because everything still is yet to be revealed. It's a constant wheel of learning. You're always learning, always learning. Your brain is a central computer with no overload capacity space. Tons of files is stored in this brain and has the potential to be stored in a brain. You haven't even cracked the surface of what your brain can learn. It's just what you choose to feed it. You have a computer at home. If you continually just watch Facebook, IG, do your TikToks, and go on YouTube every now and then, and go to your Spotify, your music accounts, If that's all you're gonna do, then that's all you're gonna feed it. That's what's there. But if you're not gonna learn what's happening in the world, you're not learning about how to make billions for yourself or make money or revenue or anything. But all these things are out here to teach you and give you the resources that you need. It's right at your fingertips, but you don't know how to look for it. You don't even know to look for it. So you can have knowledge of something and still be ignorant to the world. But a wise man knows it's wise to learn from other people. You don't have to know something, but if you know a person that know it, it'll be wise to utilize their knowledge. Like I can know something, but somebody else might know something I know and might know an easier way or better way of doing it. The wise person wouldn't dismiss or not want to hear what the other person had to say. So that's all. Well, I gotta blow, son. It's been live, but yeah, we'll do this again. Get caught up on some more hip hop talk. Go over some more hip hop stories. And yeah, this is all true, man. Birdman know this went down. I mean, everybody know it went down. So it's just it's not really spoken on. But yeah, it's what happens out here, And hopefully Wendy got her money. But yeah, to see that coming from Wendy Day is pretty wild. But you know what I'm saying? You don't know who people know, man. Pay these people their money, man. They ain't playing out here. Now we got 4 videos up here for you to check out. And the rest, well, I'm out. So y'all can check that out. Thank y'all who hit up my Cash App too. Linda Fields, God bless you. Thank everybody else in the world for the super chats. You guys make this thing go round. I'm out.